Good morning. It is Eric Arnold here in the Sports Barn, the primary studio. And it is the wee hours of the morning. Hell, it's like 4:30. It's almost dawn. I've been up all night trying to put this show together for you because, we had winners tonight. So, when you actually win, you want to follow it up right away. You're excited. You can't wait to go again. So, I'm all hopped up on goofballs here. I'm wound up. I'm ready to give you this show here. We got the 2 NCAA semifinal games, and then we got 5 MLB picks for you for this Saturday, April 3rd. So today, what do we have? On Friday, we had, like I said, 2 winners. We had the Dodgers. They were mostly an easy winner. I mean, I watched first couple innings and I fell asleep in my chair because I'm old and I do shit like that. So when I woke up, it was 8-0. Bauer's throwing a no-hitter. I'm thinking, finally, an easy winner, finally. And then the fireworks started where the Rockies hit, 4 home runs in 1 inning? Bam, bam, bam. I'm getting nervous. It's like, holy shit. I need a winner like a dead man needs a burial, and I've got a 10-0 lead, and we're going to blow this? Are you kidding me? But they pulled it together, David Price notwithstanding. They managed. And then the White Sox, now I'm going to segue into something here. And as you see, some of you people are saying, what's that? Some of you longtime subscribers know what that is. We're flying the lieutenant. That's Lieutenant Bobolinsky. That's the symbol that we're going to have some politics barn talk here this morning in the barn. We're going to talk some politics. We have to. MLB is forcing me to. So stay tuned. But now back to the White Sox game that we won. I want to talk about our hero of the night, your mean Mercedes. This is a guy who I don't even know where he's from. It's his first career start. This guy goes out there and simply goes 5 for 5. He's the DH. I guess he's their backup catcher. And I guess because Jimenez is hurt, they, this is the guy, next man up. So he gets the start. He goes 5 for 5. He's the big hero. The White Sox win. We win, more importantly. And apparently now this is the first guy since 1933 who, in his very first start, goes 5 for 5. And the guy who did it prior to that was some fellow named Cecil Travis. I looked him up and I said, well, Cecil Travis, I guess that's, poor Mr. Mercedes, he'll be doomed to oblivion like Cecil Travis. Well, Cecil Travis actually was a really good baseball player. He was a shortstop for the Washington Senators in the 30s after his 5 for 5 debut, had worked himself into basically being the best shortstop in the American League, if not all of baseball, by 1941. Was in the 1941 All-Star game, and then was pressed into service for World War II. He served for 4 years. He was in Europe. He fought in the Battle of the Bulge. He wasn't, right there surrounded by Germans at Bastogne, but, there were a lot of other units involved in the battle, so he was there. And then when he came back, he just wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. He left at 27, came back, he's 31 years old, hadn't played in 4 years, and he just could never get it back. And he retired at age 33 in 1947. He had a WAR, not war, WAR, wins above replacement of 30. Possibly was looking at a potential Hall of Fame career before he went into the service. That was Cecil Travis. and that's the only other guy that ever went 5 for 5 in his debut, other than tonight, your mean Mercedes. Now, why am I mentioning this all? Well, Mr. Mercedes won us money, so I like that. Hooray for you. Man, I got away from the hero of the night thing just because it took too long to put it together. But salute to you, Mr. Mercedes. You're the hero of the night. All the baseball media should be talking about Mr. Mercedes. What are we talking about? We're talking about moving the All-Star game out of Georgia, out of Atlanta. That's what everyone's talking about in the media. And why? You know, it's like, of all the stupid decisions by MLB, it's, hey, there's a Hornets nest. Let me jump on it. I mean, does Rob Manfred, does he want to make the sport less popular? Is that his goal? Because I'm kind of thinking his job description is the exact opposite, that he's supposed to be trying to grow the sport. And I don't think by sticking a thumb in the eye of half your fan base is the way to do that. You know, I'm mystified by this. It really just confuses me. Why? Let's stick with baseball. Why MLB decides it needs to get involved in this issue? There are a lot of political issues that are divisive. Why do you need to get involved with this? What? Just you don't take a side. I mean, is that so hard? You know, believe it or not, there are a lot of people in this country that don't think it's racist to show ID when you vote. It's really not that radical of an idea. And then when other people say, well, that's racist, you're a racist, it just pisses us off and makes us want to boycott the sport. I won't boycott it because I love baseball too much. But, you know, you'll lose some tangential fans. You know, this is what we're trying to do here in the barn is promote the sport, promote betting, promote sports betting, get more people interested in this sort of thing. For any number of reasons. More people at the game is more fun. Sold out stadiums are fun. People betting on sports means softer lines, easier ways for us to win, where maybe we're able to take the money of the people that are new to the sport. I'm okay with that too. Any number of reasons why you want more people involved in the sport. And when you just go ahead and piss on half your fan base, what the hell for? I mean, there's, like I said, well, here, illegal immigration. That's a divisive issue. Why doesn't MLB take a side on that? How about abortion? Let's get involved in that. That's a divisive issue. MLB should take a side on that. Jesus. And then, of course, you know, as my side of the aisle points out, it's like, well, wait a minute now. You guys got no issue with working with China, you know, the most repressive regime in the world practically. That kills people that they disagree with within their own country. They got no problem at all working with them. MLB says nothing about that, though. They're okay with that. I don't get it. You know, you've met the grandkid, aka the cameraman. He was in one or two episodes that we shot here in the barn. He could care less about baseball. He'd play it. If you put a gun to his head, hey, let's play catch. Okay. You know, he'll do it. It's not his favorite sport to play. Maybe it is his favorite sport to play, and that's damning the other sports pretty hard because he's not a baseball guy. He doesn't watch the game at all. His father doesn't watch the game at all. And you're trying to grow the sport by getting people like him involved. And let's just, you know, hey, let's just drive fans away. It's a dying sport practically as it is, and we're going to drive fans away from the game. Jesus, how stupid. I don't know, you know. All right, there endeth the rant. Like I said, I just think it's idiotic to shrink your fan base. knowingly shrink your fan base. I wonder how the Players Association feels about this. I'm just curious about that because I haven't heard anything like the statement from the Players Association. Maybe it's out there. Yes, we fully, because they're the ones that are going to be, when they're sitting across the table from the owners, fighting over a smaller pie because there's less fan money out there. There's less TV revenue because no one watches the game anymore. And they're all fighting over a smaller pie. I wonder if the union's going to figure it out. Well, maybe we shouldn't have, taken every woke position there was and pissed off half these people, and now they don't watch anymore. I wonder if the union will make that calculus. Anyway, all right. I'll have to put it in the comments. Political rant here, ending here. So, you people that don't want to hear it can just skip. But now, let's do the NCAA first. Let's do that quick. Now we'll save that to the end. If for no other reason, my slide is set up such the MLB is first. All right, we're gonna take the Yankees. I'm a little nervous about this one just because the Yankees, I think that's one of my teams that I think is overvalued, and I think we're paying a premium here, but this is a good spot for them. This is kind of a repeat of the Dodgers game, if you will. The Yankees, they're at home, division team coming in. You don't want to go down, open the season 0-2 at home. Come on. I see Kluber, and that makes me a little nervous. I don't know what we're going to get out of Kluber. But then, I think this is going to be a bullpen kind of game, and I think the Yankees' pen is a little better than the Blue Jays' pen. So we'll pay the price, and we'll take the Yankees here. Okay, I like this game a lot. I don't know why I'm so high on these Indians. They didn't score for me, and they hurt us bad in the opening day. But I like Zach Plesac. I think that's a very good pitcher. I like him a lot. Turan he's just been a bad pitcher for a number of years. So I've got a great pitcher versus a bad pitcher. I just think right there that's worth paying this price. I think the offenses are about equal, but the pitching matchup alone, I think it's worth paying this 164 on the Indians. The Indians generally play pretty well against the Tigers. Oh, and someone's got to notify me when we're no longer allowed to use the word Indian. I know that they're phasing that out, but I don't always get these memos. So, please somebody put in the comments, oh, by the way, it's now official. You must now call them something else. Guys, just want to make sure we're, on the woke page here. Let's see what we got. Rangers Royals. We're taking a flyer here with the Rangers. They hit the ball really well on opening day. It was a pretty close game. The Rangers had a couple guys erased on the base pass. So it was, 14-10. It actually probably was closer than that. So we're going to take a guess here that the Rangers maybe find somebody, can get somebody out and maybe get a W here. So we like the Rangers there. I don't know. This feels like one I should have another dollar sign on, but we're just going to say it's our top players are the Indians and the Rangers. But the Cardinals, Adam Wainwright, and I know the slide says Winwright, and that's because I couldn't jam it all together, and it rolled over into the next column, and it was a mess. So I just deleted a letter. Plus, that kind of works for our purposes, too, to call him Winwright, because we want him to win, get it. One of the great winners, I think this guy, the Cardinals have won well over 60% of his starts in his career on, going against the Reds, who are, they're the Reds. So I just think this is a real good spot for the Cardinals. And you're getting 102 to play against the Reds. All right, lastly, we get Giants Mariners. Again, we're going to take a flyer with the Mariners. We think that's a live team. They won on opening night. Could not follow it up tonight with a W, but I think that seems like a competitive back and forth series. So we're kind of hoping that the Mariners put some runs on the board tomorrow at home on Saturday night, and we'll take a chance there with the Mariners. So, your top plays there are Indians, Rangers, and then follow that up with Yankees, Cardinals, and Mariners. Now, the finals of the NCAA. We're going to say Houston. I think there's value there with Houston. They've just been basically ignored. They're forgotten. Just no one thinks, I guess, they're any good. They just seem to, every challenge that's put in front of them, they seem to climb over it. And I'm just going to say that everyone's expecting the Gonzaga-Baylor final. I think it makes more sense that Houston makes a mess of that rather than UCLA. So we're just going to go ahead there with Houston. And then Gonzaga, UCLA, we're going to go with the square pick. We're just going to take Gonzaga. They beat USC by 19? Is that right? 18-19. UCLA, USC, they're pretty much the same team. So I think you're going to get the same result. This reminds me a little bit of one of my first memories, the 1979 tournament. The local heroes here were Pennsylvania. The Penn Quakers, they were not expected to be in that Final Four, and they were. And so we're all excited, leading up to the game. That's all anybody talked about that whole week around here was, wow, Penn's in it. Can you believe that? Penn, oh my God, what are they doing there? So I'm all about, the local team, so I can't wait. And I tune in and on NBC, and I'm ready to see Penn, and I think Michigan State ran off the first 15 points and never looked back. I think that score was like 100-50. It was ugly. So that's what I'm kind of thinking here. Plucky underdog gets hammered. That's the storyline I'm thinking here. So that's what we have for you this morning. So good. We finally got you a couple winners in MLB. I'm hoping MLB will just be a whole new thing, a different sport. Turn the page. Let's see if we can't figure out MLB and, maybe turn the tide here in this spring and get things moving forward. So good. Appreciate anyone that's watching. Hit the like button if you appreciate what we're doing for you. If you really like it, hey, subscribe. But good. I think we're probably going to have to transition now from, the college basketball crowd into the MLB crowd. I'm curious. I wonder, I almost think there's more people that watch college basketball than MLB. Baseball may just be kind of a lost deal here where there really aren't that many people paying attention to baseball. That's my fear. Like I said, hey, let's make it even more unpopular of a game. So, good. All right, thanks. Signing off. We'll talk again.